Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that Black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a Black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Every 5.5 hours in the United States of America, a Black woman or child is murdered. Stop killing Black women. Stop killing Black children. So I am back to further discuss this Christian Toby situation. And I just wanted to pose some questions because everybody is talking about Lawrence Smith Fields, and Lawrence Smith Fields should be talked about right now because I understand she was one of the Black women who, when she was sent to meet her maker, she got a lot of disparaging and degrading comments from Black males as well, right? I chose to speak out about Treasure Hendricks because Treasure Hendricks is the young lady I covered on this page. Not saying I wouldn't have covered the Lawrence Smith Fields story, but I'm saying Treasure at that time, she was not getting any attention. And so when everybody else went left, I went right and I covered another Black woman. So that way they both equally could get attention to their cases. But that's neither here nor there. So I am making this video because I am finding it very, very odd how there is a lot of Black males who are asking Black women to have mercy and grace and still support and rally and protest and do all this stuff for this Toby dude, even though he had a slew of disparaging and degrading comments under his Twitter posts about Black women, especially American Black women, often using a term, I believe the term is akata. It's a degrading term to describe American Black people. Yet they still want us to support this guy. I'm not giving them a penny with a hole in it. I don't give a damn who get mad. But I came on here to pose this question because I know of a few Black women who are in the public eye who Black men can't stand because they say she doesn't like Black men and all this other stuff, or she doesn't like Black people. Candace Owens. I just wonder if we put our imagination glasses on and we say, hypothetically, suppose that Candace Owens had been writing disparaging tweets about Black men, which Candace Owens, as much as Black men don't like her, Candace Owens kind of reminds me of a sibling I have who also dates out like Candace Owens and is involved with a white man. Candace Owens reminds me of my sibling because both Candace Owens and my sibling have not pinpointed Black men and said our problem is just with Black men. They have an issue with the whole Black population, not just black men. Okay, but let's just say Candace Owens, hypothetically, suppose Candace Owens had wrote a bunch of disparaging tweets, and like what happened to Christian Toby ended up happening to Candace Owens. Do y'all think, black women, do y'all think that black males will be supporting Candace Owens? Or do y'all think they would be sitting back laughing, the red pill or the manosphere, whatever them men call themselves over there? Don't y'all think they'll be sitting back laughing and disparaging her? You know what I'm saying? Just like they disparaged Lawrence Smith Fields and Treasure Hendricks. But I noticed Treasure Hendricks, and I had to research Treasure when I shared her story. Right? Because at that time when I shared her story, like none of these other bigger content creators said nothing about Treasure Hendricks. All y'all have to do is go on my video, see the date that I uploaded, and see the dates that they uploaded. They was not interested in that video or that case up until a smaller YouTuber got a hold of it and they wanted to get some clout out of it. And it's pretty sad because I feel like they just did it for a money grab. I don't feel like they give a damn about these women like Treasure Hendricks, the women that aren't as pretty as Lawrence Smith Fields and didn't get the attention like Lawrence Smith Fields. You know what I mean? I had Chicago CBS reporters sending me emails for my story. And then didn't want to give me credit because at that time I was the only one covering that story and in contact with the family. But anyways, Treasure Hendricks, all she did was simply date outside of her race. She didn't write no disparaging comments about black men. She was just out living her life, ended up deceased. And black men personally came to Black Women Aware and began to talk crap on this woman who didn't say nothing about them, didn't deal with them. Hell, they don't deal with black women anyways. They don't date black women. So what is the issue with this black woman who wanted to spend some time with a man of no color and date a man of no color? What is the issue with her dating outside her race when black men will tell you in a heartbeat they ain't gonna protect black women, they don't date black women, and black women is everything they hate when it comes to a certain type of woman? Ain't that odd? Like they got control over us and we're children and we can't speak for ourselves and have what we want in our life. Ain't that crazy? Or when they'll tell you, for example, when you, like these black women who still want to deal with black men on a date level, they'll tell you in a minute, oh, well, y'all outnumber us. So maybe y'all should, look elsewhere because it ain't enough black men to go around. So again, what is the issue with Treasure? And I'm very heated about it, y'all. I told y'all when I cover these cases, I take them very personally because I don't know about other content creators and what they do when they cover stories. Maybe they just research and share the story. I get close to the families. I talk to the advocates of the families. The families come to Black Women Aware. As small as my channel is, they come to Black Women Aware and they comment on these videos. When you hear my videos and at the introduction part of my videos and it says I am their advocate, I meant that motherfucking shit. So yeah, I am on, I don't mean to talk about myself in the third person, but I am on, Candace right now is on 10. Hot. The audacity of these motherfuckers to want to ask black women to rally around for a motherfucker who hated us. I ain't rallying around shit, and I'm gonna be completely honest. And maybe God, maybe one day you will have to deal with me on this. I don't know, but I've been looking up the story, and I've been getting entertained by it. I literally have been getting entertained by it because it's so ironic. It's such an oddball ass story. How did a motherfucker named Christian Toby? Y'all think about that movie Roots. From Africa. Kunta and Christian Toby was both from Africa. Kunta fought to keep Kunta Kinte as his name. He wasn't gonna be called. They had to beat that motherfucker and to be called Toby, to accept that as his name. Whereas Christian Toby, that was willingly his name, because when you over here in America, you can get your shit changed. That was his name. And Christian Toby had no issue with getting on the internet and letting the world see how much he didn't like the people he come from, the women he come from. No matter your nationality or your ethnicity, or I can't even say it, your ethnicity, you're still a black woman. Whether you're from Africa or you was born on this continent of North America, you're still a motherfucking black woman. Some black woman out there dumped this motherfucker off out her womb. I have a big issue with black men, but I don't hate black men, because unlike a lot of black men, I had a very active black father in my motherfucking life. Millionaires was birthed through my father's bloodline. My father has the millionaire fertilizer, because that's what the men have. That's what kind of cell they have. They have fertilizer. They don't have seeds. They fertilize eggs. That's what biology says. I have brothers and sisters who are millionaires, who have done business with celebrities. My father's morals and values have taught us how to be successful in life and how to stay out of bullshit. My dad, the best two things he taught me, as far as verbally, because the majority of the lessons that I learned from my father were not verbal. He used to just show you some shit and probably wouldn't even be talking or dealing with you. You just be around to see the shit. Verbally, my dad told me, Candace, don't never keep idle time. And when you get a gig, like with this entrepreneur shit, do whatever the fuck they tell you to do. Outdo the other motherfuckers. And it was real simple lessons, right? The biggest and best lessons my father ever taught me, he was never even fucking talking to me. My father is the type of person, he strongly believes in keeping his word. His word is literally his bond. And he don't respect no person, man, woman, or child, who cannot keep their word. I remember I was in the 3rd grade, y'all. And my father was talking to another adult. I don't remember who it was, because this is almost 30 years ago. And he told that other adult, I'm finna go out and get my CDLs. I'm a eventually drive trucks. I'm a drive trucks, and I'm eventually own my own trucking company. Don't y'all know the people around him at that time fucking laughed at him, laughed in his motherfucking face, and told him, nigga, you ain't gonna never do shit. My dad didn't even say shit. He got up and left. Came back a few weeks later, and when he pulled up in a big blue big rig and shut all they motherfucking mouths. And then years later after that, he currently owns his own trucking company. My dad has been having that trucking company for a little over 20 some odd years. So I, as a black woman, could never go out and say the shit that Toby has said about black women. So yeah, it do matter that you come from a black woman and you can grow up and say evil ass shit like that. Something in your heart ain't right. And people want other people to be mad, but I see it as simply you reap what you fucking sow in this life. If you give off hate, you're going to get hate. And like I said in my first video about Toby, I understand that everything in my life I don't do right. But on this channel, I'm going to keep it real and raw with y'all, because I know it's a lot of y'all out there who probably want to believe in God, but you feel like you fucking can't because there's too many motherfucking pretenders out here. I don't do everything that Bible tell me to do. I try. I'm getting better at it every day. One thing I make sure I do every day is pray, but it's certain things in that Bible I strongly live by. The first one, I keep God first in everything. I don't even let my feet goddamn hit the goddamn floor when I get up without if I don't pray. I have to pray. The second one, I treat people how the fuck I want to be treated. Why? Because you don't know who the fuck you dealing with. It ain't about what the person could do to you. It's about the guy behind that person. And trust me as I'm sitting here telling you this, Toby, it's a lot more people out here like Christian Toby who have put out evil in the world and then got paid back. He put that shit out into the world and it came for him. How long do you think you can live in pride and resentment and hate before it come for your ass? If you get anything out of hate, whether it's money or evil, whether it's money, whether it's people, whatever, that's called I call it a demonic loan. Because eventually when Satan come back, baby, he coming back to collect. Satan don't give out a motherfucking thing if he can't get the biggest cut. He puts high interest on his shit. And I'm talking to y'all like this because I do have a spirit of discernment and I do see things happening in the spiritual realm. So I have to come on here and I have to be raw and be myself. Okay? That man put out all them hateful, evil comments, and his comments, as much as black women, and I understand why black women are offended by his comments, why some black women are hurt by his comments, I get it. But see his comments as a representation of himself and not you. That is who his comments represent. Himself and not you. And because he had all that hate in his heart, see, God says whatever you put in the atmosphere is going to be brought back to you. That word is not coming back void. When you put it out into the atmosphere, it's not coming back void. Whatever you put out is coming back just exactly how the fuck you sent it out there. And sometimes it come when you least motherfucking expect it. And people, oh, well, don't talk about him because he's dead now. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to pity pat around you because you're dead now. I'm going to treat your, no. So the motherfuckers who talk bad about Hitler and all the slave drivers, all the people who brought black people into slavery, don't y'all talk bad about them? You know what I'm saying? Because they did such horrible things to Jewish people and people of African descent. Don't y'all talk bad about them? They're all dead now. You get the respect that you put out. You get whatever you put out is going to be brought back to you. That's got to be pretty fucked up to die by the hands of a woman that you put on a pedestal over the women of the group of the demographic who birthed your ass and got you in the motherfucking earth. Put these women, and I don't give a damn, that's his life. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he did, right? But that's pretty fucked up to die by the woman that you put on a pedestal, the women who birthed your oppressor and have created a system to keep you further oppressed. And then not only to die by her hands, but whenever a motherfucker see your name now, they have to remember how you died. You're forever connected to those motherfucking tweets and shit. Because we don't know you, the world don't know you, but your family knows you. Your family is the ones, your mom and dad are probably the ones who can remember the good shit about you. Oh, when he was younger, he wasn't always like that. He used to do this and that. They will remember that shit. But the world gonna remember those tweets. That's why when you on these social media streets and you putting shit out in there in the atmosphere, you have to be careful because every day ain't promised to none of us. And what will it say about you? And what will you be remembered for? I don't give a damn what Hitler did before he got into that Holocaust bullshit. That motherfucker will always be remembered for the evil he put out into the world. Bin Laden will always be remembered for 9/11. He will always be associated with that shit. Do y'all see where I'm getting at? And it ain't that, oh, I won't hate to come on them. Sometimes when karma come up on you, or when your crops come in, what seeds you planted, that shit come in. People think that just because we recognize that you getting your karma, that we wishing bad on you. Ain't no motherfucking body wishing bad on that man. Ain't nobody wishing bad on that man. He did that to himself. But I just had to come on here again because I'm so curious. Lawrence Smith Fields was not Candace Owens. Treasure Hendricks was not Candace Owens. I'm curious. And I wonder if it was Candace Owens who got on her platforms and said all those disparaging things about black men, and then had been taken out by the hands of her non-black husband. Would black men show her grace and mercy? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Especially after they did what they did to Treasure Hendricks. Treasure Hendricks is a normal, everyday American black woman. That's who she was. She was not no celebrity. She was not, I don't know if she was popular around Chicago. I don't know if she was popular around the Shack. But I didn't know of Treasure Hendricks. I'm from the Midwest. She don't even have a platform as big as Candace Owens or anything like that. She just a normal everyday person. And they came on it was niggas writing comments like, if she was getting abused, and if she was I remember I had this comment, right, y'all, on the Treasure Hendricks video saying if she had been being abused by a black man, one black man wrote this. True story. Wrote that if Treasure Hendricks had been being abused in public by a black man, he would have probably stopped in and helped it. Keyword, probably. Rewind that part if you want to hear that question again. He said, but since she was with a man of no color, he would have watched her be abused in public. And see, they come on my channel thinking that their words are going to trigger me. It don't trigger me. It further lets me know the demons we deal with in this fucked up ass community. That's why content creators like Cynthia G will never run out of content. Cynthia G has said multiple times she has a degree in psychology. That motherfucker has been trained to study the mind of people. That's all that word psychology means. Study the mind of people. Understand how people think. Because if you can understand how a motherfucker think, you'll understand why they act the way they do, right? So I'm pretty sure, and I don't have no psychology degree. I have a degree in health sciences, nursing, right? But I'm not even a psychology major. And when black men come on this page thinking they're going to upset me about the things they say about this woman, it further confirms that we have properly diagnosed who the problem is in this community. That's all it does for me. It's like a confirmation, like, bloop, I was right. Look at that comment. And from here on out, I promise y'all I'm going to start screenshotting those comments and saving them. Because your comments are timestamped, and thanks to psychology and social media, it shows how you think. And how you think is who the fuck you are. I didn't build this platform because I hate black men. This don't say black men aware. It's black women aware. I built this page, this channel, because I love black women. And when I build black women aware, I, at the time, did not know, was not aware of how toxic and dangerous and in, you know what I'm saying, in danger black women really are. I wasn't sure at that time. I was living off them motherfucking stereotypes too. Oh, well, if anybody got to worry about DV, majority of the time it's white women. That's the stereotype. Because what do they say? Even black men even say this in their comedy stand-ups. Oh, don't tee off a white man, because a white man will put you under the porch. I got that from Earthquake. If y'all wondering if y'all need a source of what black male comedian said that. Uh, the spouse is under the porch. They'll kill you. If you marry a non-black person, they'll kill you and put you under the porch. And I, like many other black women, because I'm not the only black woman who used to think that shit. It's other black women that, who thinks that and will have a man of no color hit on them and they won't talk to him because for fear that this man is violent. But when you look at the stats of the majority of men who is taking black women out, it's not men of no color. And it's not them for two reasons. Because one, black women rarely ever date out. But two, it's just not them doing it. It's just not. And when I came into that realization in 2020, when I first made this page, I literally was stunned, y'all. I was stunned. I was sitting in my garage trying to clean up my second car to get it ready to be sold. And I couldn't move. It's almost like the day that I went and I first learned business finance, when I took up business finance and all. And I walked out of my business finance classes after 2 weeks. Walked out of them classes and I just stood there. I exited the building. I was right by the entrance of the building and I stood there. And it was students all around me coming out and going about their business and going on their way. And I just stood there. As pools of people are moving around me, I just stood there. And I stood there because I was in motherfucking shock, because this whole American dream has been just that, a dream. I felt like a clown. Because if you don't understand how money works, especially in America, you finna get played every day. A fool and his money is soon departed. Same way that I felt when I came into the realization of how dangerous black women really are in the community, in this toxic community. So that's all I wanted to say. Just something for y'all to think about and leave y'all comments down below. Black women, y'all keep y'all heads up, but stay out of this. Stay out of this. This ain't our battle. Chill out. Hell, go take that money that you was going to donate to that GoFundMe. Do something nice for yourself. It don't cost no damn 100,000 goddamn dollars to bury nobody. And you don't need money to get the word out for his story. All you need is a platform, and they got that already. Take your money and go do something nice for yourself. Thank y'all for watching this video. This is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am signing off.